Good evening. I'm so happy to see everybody tonight. Thank you for joining me for our yummy yin. Why don't we find ourselves in a comfortable cross-legged position? And if we extend our legs, we find the top of our knees with our hands, and then we find our lowest rib. Line the hands up with the ribs, and then have the knees in exactly the same height so that when we then bend one leg, placing the ankle behind the knee, and then bend the other leg, bringing the ankle directly below the opposite knee, that should ideally be a much more comfortable seated position for you rather than trying to create something larger. It's very important to bring harmony into our entire system, which is what we're doing in yin and all yoga, quite frankly. And it's also very important that that is sent out into the world at this moment in time. And so when we balance ourselves, we remember that it automatically affects those around us, our own energy field. And so I thought tonight we'd do the praying mantis mudra. So we'll take the tip of the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, all towards the tip of the thumb. And so we gently relax the hands on the thighs, but all those fingers are touching the thumb. Shoulders are soft, chin is back and down. Eyes are gently closing. And just pause here for a few moments. Noticing conditions, the breath, the thoughts. And self, I allow my sits bones to melt, sinking deeper into Mama Earth. Self, I pause as Mama Earth floods the spinal column up, 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 up with life force. Self, as the life force is rising, it starts to create a tingling in top of head, connection to the heavens. Self, as the heavens literally open, lifting us up higher, flood the spinal column with love. So just continue to pause here. You'll hear the bowl for a few moments. Just enjoy. Just taking a moment to pause and notice how deep and soft and full the breath has become. How calm the mind has become. And in just a moment, as we continue and we go through the physical postures, we'll keep that calm mind, we'll keep that smooth breath. So let's just allow the legs to extend out. Let's just slowly rub the hands right over top of legs. You can keep eyes closed, you can open them. And let's just pull the feet gently back so the toes are curling back towards your face. And then just allow the toes to point away. Let's do this 2 more times, pulling the toes back towards the face, gently pointing them away. Toes gently pulling back, toes pointing away. So we're going to make our way onto our backs. Let's start off with knees bent, feet flat on the earth. The chin is slightly in towards the chest, ever so subtly, rather than up towards the sky. That keeps the back of the neck long. The feet are hip distance apart, which is the width of 2 fists. The knees are that apart. And just notice for a moment how the belly just sinks into Mama Earth. And then we're going to take the arms gently overhead. Perhaps the arms are bent, perhaps they're cactus arms, but a very comfortable position. And then slowly and gently, just allow that left heel to extend away from you so that the left leg is long on the earth. And just pause right here. Allow the eyes to close if they're not already. Starting off with a nice, easeful lengthening of one side of the body. Absolutely nothing to do here but breathe. Now slowly and gently, we're going to glide that left leg back so that the knee is bent, the foot's flat on the earth. Just pause and notice how your spine settles. Glide the arms down by your sides. And then remove the left leg so that that ankle crosses just below the right knee so that we're in the number 4 shape. Feel free to bring the thighs in towards the chest and release the fingers around that right thigh and soften. However, if you're watching your neck or your shoulders, you may want to just keep the arms by the side. You have 2 options. You can either keep that right foot on the earth and just start to send the thigh, the left thigh, away from you, just back towards the back wall, a little bit of muscle energy, and then soften right there. That might be your posture. The other option is to just, without the arms, bring the thighs in towards the chest. So it just depends on how far they go in. So if you can hold it here without the arms with no effort and they're in quite a bit, enjoy that. If they're really barely off the floor, then you probably want to keep that right foot on the earth and just track the thigh a little bit away from you, the left thigh away. And whichever option you're choosing, just pause right here. Three long, slow, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. When you've completed your third breath, we allow that right foot to return to the earth. We still can maintain the number 4 shape. We're all going to do the gentle twist together in a way that doesn't use our neck or our shoulders. So we'll push into the right foot and bring the hips about an inch or two towards the left. So just a little bit of a move over. And then we maintain the number 4 shape. We roll the legs towards the right. We come to the outer right leg, and then the sole of the left foot is on the earth, and the knee is tracking away from the torso. Good. The arms can be in a comfortable position. It might be directly out from the shoulders. You might want to go overhead again with soft elbows or cactus arms. You might choose not to use the arms at all and simply relax the hands by the sides. Just no neck pain, no shoulder pain or discomfort. And if you choose to roll the head, both directions are correct, but a slight opening in neck and ear would be to roll the head towards the left. And just enjoy. Three more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. No rush. When you've completed your third breath, inhale the head back to center. Gather a little energy in the belly by gently drawing it in. On an inhale, bring the legs in this number 4 shape right back to center. Press down into the right foot to bring the hips just a little bit back in alignment. Uncross the legs. Glide both legs long on the earth into Shavasana. Arms by your sides. Just pause for a few moments. I love this little series because it seems like it's nothing. And yet when we complete it and we feel the difference left to right, we notice how much space has been created. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Let's again bend the knees, place the feet flat on the earth, they're hip distance apart. And then let's allow the left leg stays put, the right leg extends on the earth. The arms come up overhead gently. The nose is pointing towards the sky. So the head is in alignment. We just breathe right here. Nothing to do. Gently gliding the right leg in so that the foot is flat on the earth. Knee is bent. Just let the back settle for a moment. Glide the arms by the sides. Pick that right leg up, creating the number 4 shape. If you choose, you can bring your thighs in, interlace around that left thigh. Again, you can keep the foot on the earth, track the knee away from the body, or you can bring the legs in without arms and just soften. Slowly and gently, bringing that left foot onto the earth, maintaining the number 4 shape. Press down into that right foot and glide the hips towards the right, an inch or two. Good. And slowly and gently allow the legs to start to head to the left. The outer edge of the right leg is on the earth. The sole of the right foot is on the earth. Then right knee's tracking to the sky. The arms are in a comfortable position. It might be directly out from the shoulders. It might be overhead. And then if the head would like to roll, the chin rolls towards that right shoulder. Just enjoying this sweet, yummy twist. 3 more long, slow, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. No rush. When you've completed your third breath, draw the belly in. Inhale the legs back to center. Press into that left foot to bring the hips back to center. Uncross, gliding your arms by your sides, lengthening the legs, pausing in Shavasana for a few moments. Absolutely no rush. Let's take all the time in the world to roll over to one side and come back up to a comfortable seated position. Great. So let's just do a tiny bit of yoga for the face that will help just release some tension in head, neck, and also across the shoulders. Let's just take the index finger and the thumb, and we bring the thumb underneath the chin, the fingers, index finger on top, and just gently squeeze the flesh. And we move along the jawbone, just slowly sliding back, a little squeeze, little pinch, and just glide along towards the ears. I'm going to do that 2 more times. We come to center, we just do a little pinch, we move gently along, and then one final time, pinching chin, going right along. Great. Now I'm going to come a little closer so perhaps you can see me a little bit better. We're going to take those same 2 fingers and we're going to squeeze our earlobe right where your earring would be and just hold it for a few moments. Then bring the fingers up on both sides. My earbuds are in the way. Take your index finger and put it right, just not deep inside the ear, but just right in that flesh. And you've got your thumb behind that ear and pull the ear back just a little bit. Give it a little pull back. Good. Oops, sorry, lost an earbud on that. And then here we go. Here's the next part. We're going to move those fingers towards the top of the ears. This time the index finger's in the front, the thumb is in the back, and pull the ears upwards. Good. And then let's go back to the one, index finger inside the ear, thumb behind, and pull them back and away, out to either side. So you pull them back and out to the sides. And you'll feel as if the whole, not too hard, but you'll feel as if the whole ear is pulling away from the head and it's creating a big opening in the whole skull. Gently release, close the eyes, release the hands to our praying mantra mudra, all the fingers towards the thumb, and just notice. Beautiful. So let's make our way into our deer posture. I'm going to turn sideways. You don't have to. And let's Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the legs to release out in butterfly. The heels are arm distance from the shoulder to the fingertips. We're brushing the back of the heels. This is going to set you up for a good sacred geometry of your bones. Then we're going to take this right leg. We're going to inner rotate it. It doesn't matter how far we slide this leg back. It's just where it's comfortable, and we want both sits bones fairly even on the earth. The inner arch of this right foot is on the earth, and this left leg just stays in this outer rotation. We're going to take that left hand kind of outside the left leg, and the right fingertips just come between the legs. Good. So in our deer, we're again opening the outer hip on one leg, which is what we did in the number 4 posture, but we're now taking this inner rotation, the opposite leg. So I'm continuing our focus from last week of a lot of psoas release. Really allows freedom in back and hips, which then can help shoulders release, which when shoulders release, neck can release. All from this big psoas muscle. Beautiful. Now, we're going to turn this into a gentle front body opener. So the hands come behind and we walk those hands away. Now, you may notice I'm up on my fingertips. That way, even though I'm going back a bit, I'm not taking weight in the shoulders. I'm still keeping the hips heavy on the earth. So we're going back to a comfortable position. Just you can kind of hang out here for a few moments and you'll feel the front body open up just a bit more. 6 breaths here, just about a minute hold here. And slowly and gently gather energy in the belly. Gently inhale up. Pause for that whoosh. Then use your hands to help bring that left leg forward. Use your hands, or the right leg, use your hands on the left leg, and just extend both legs out for a few moments. Notice the difference. Perhaps one is a little bit longer than the other. Notice the freedom. Then we're going to do the other side. So I'm just flipping around. You do not have to. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Again, we take that measurement. The tips of the fingers are brushing the backs of the heels. This puts us in our sacred geometry for the bones. Perfect position. Right leg stays as it is. Left leg inner rotates, inner arch of the foot on the earth. We just let the sits bones ground and the magic is going to happen. We're going to take the left hand in between the legs. The right fingertips just come outside of that right leg. Good. Remembering we don't need to feel anything when we begin. The softening of the connective tissues happens naturally with gravity and the shape itself. And especially during this time that we've had, it's been part of the beauty of the lessons of what we've been going through, is to soften our efforts around a lot of things. And so Yin helps us to do that. To slow that striving energy so that we're able to soothe the nervous system. Easing it. Feeling that Mama Earth life force and that love of the heavens in the spine. Trusting in these forces that are stronger than any other force. This God force energy. Then gently staying up on the fingertips, walking the fingers back. Just emphasizes a little bit more opening here. Again, not too much. Just a nice pause. Someplace we can hold for 6 long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. 1 minute. Beautiful. Gather energy in the belly. Gently inhale up. Use your hands to slowly and gently allow both legs to extend. Leaning back on your hands. You'll probably feel good about now when you are ready to just gently windshield wiper. And no rush. Whenever we do anything seated, you're always welcome to either use a block or a bolster to sit on. You're also welcome just to take a towel and fold it up in a small little packet. You can do that as well. I'm going to sit up on something today. And we're just going to allow, we often do dragonfly in this class. It's such a beautiful, easeful opener for the hamstrings. So we resist that urge to really push the thighs apart. So sometimes I just like to bring them in and not use my hands or anything and just see where do they want to be. And sometimes we find that's actually much narrower than we often will take this posture. But once again, our opening will still be quite dramatic. So if it's easeful for you to round gently forward and it feels amazing, go right ahead. If you'd like to stay with a straight spine and just up on the fingertips, you can do that as well, coming forward a bit. It again doesn't have to be super far. Openings will happen on their own. this body, as it softens, as it melts, as it releases, and as the hamstrings are gently softening, you may notice that, wow, I actually putting no effort in, that you may feel this actually works a little more effectively than when we do strive and try to get somewhere. The feet are relaxed. And then close your eyes and bring your thoughts to the tip of your nose. And keep focusing on the very tip of your nose. And then with your mind's eye, picture a line of energy from the tip of your nose going out diagonally, so it's two lines officially, from the tip of the nose to the tip of each big toe. So one will go to the right, one will go to the left, from the nose to the tip of the big toe. As you activate those lines of energy with your mind, you may notice, and you may already have noticed, that naturally another line of energy has been activated from big toe to big toe. Just noticing and breathing into that triangular shape of energy that we've created. And slowly and gently, releasing that thought, inhaling the torso back up. Pause at the top for the whoosh. Slowly and gently, you can use your hands to help bring the legs in. Might feel good to lengthen them long forward on the earth and circle. You might feel like windshield wipering again. Listen to your body. I'm going to stand for just a moment so you can see my legs, just to show you the shape that we'll be going into on our backs in just a moment. So we're going to do a variation of reclining tree. So in a moment, I'll have you on your back, and I'll suggest you outer rotate a leg. And then I'll tell you to glide the heel upwards so that the calf is anchored into the arch of the foot. So I've said this many times, where the shape of the calf is actually the exact shape of the arch of our foot. So it's like a little, almost like a little pocket that it just melts right into. So that will be the shape that I'm having you go to. So let's find our way once again onto our backs. I'm going to spin this way because I spun the other way last time. And let's start off knees bent, feet flat on the earth. Good. And just feel the back spread. I opted for a little softer back bend in our deer posture rather than a big one, just so we're not putting too much energy in the neck and shoulders. And then tonight, because I know we're watching that for a couple of you. So let's take that left leg, let's extend it long onto the earth and just pause for a moment, arms overhead, just as we began the class. And then gently outer rotate. Excuse me, I forgot to do one thing. Knee back up, sorry. Take the left leg, bring it towards the right so that the calf is just over the big toe. There we go. Now we've got a little side opening. Then we outer rotate that right leg and slide that foot so that you feel the arch right snuggled up to the big calf muscle. Good. Head might want to be nose straight towards the sky, but if your inner voice is telling you to glide the chin towards one or the other shoulder, you can do that. Just softening here. Reclining, tree in the wind. Now you're welcome to stay right here. This may be plenty. If you choose, and it's very easeful, you just move an inch or two with the upper body towards the right, just to create a little bit more opening inside body. That's only if it calls to you. If you get a pinch in the right waist or low back, that's too far and ease out. Three more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. When you've completed your third breath, gliding the arms by the sides, if you moved your upper body, bring it back to center. Gently, you can use your fingertips to bring that right leg up so the foot's flat on the earth. Glide the left leg towards the left so it's back in line. Lengthen the right leg on the earth and just pause for a few breaths in Shavasana. and slowly and gently bending the left leg, placing the foot flat on the earth, bringing the arms to a comfortable position. If this is too much for the shoulder, you can omit the arms. It's perfectly fine. You can now glide that right left. If you have touched the big toe of that left foot. Good. Then we outer rotate that left leg, moving the foot so that the calf, that you feel the arch of your foot right around the calf. Just softening here. If you choose now to glide the torso over towards the left, just an inch or two, feel free. Three more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. When you have completed your third breath, gliding the arms by the sides, bringing the arms down, the torso back to center if you moved it, bringing that left knee back up to the sky, glide the right foot over a few inches, lengthen that left leg long. Now check in. Half of you will feel content to just drift right into Shavasana from here. The other half of you need to hug your knees for just a moment. So both are correct. Good. As always, I will sit up for Shavasana to hold space. So taking all the time in the world, making your way into your Shavasana. There is absolutely nothing left for you to do but to just let go. ever so slowly and gently. Feel yourselves returning to the body by starting with very small moves of gently wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. When you're ready, rolling the head one way and slowly and gently rolling it the other. When you are ready, reaching arms overhead, stretching fingers to toes in a good evening stretch. And bringing one thigh in towards the chest, then the other. Just give those thighs a sweet, gentle hug. And when you are ready, snuggle up in a little ball on your right side in a fetal position, just pausing there. And slowly and gently, pushing up to a comfortable seated position. Just pausing with eyes closed, palms at heart center for a few moments. Noticing the harmony that's been created within your systems, within your heart. May this harmony continue within you and in your lives. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.